Hello creative people and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video because we are doing a reborn video, which means we are giving a new life to an old garment. For today's video I will be showing you how to create a bubble skirt. So let's start. As you see, I have bought this gorgeous wedding dress that has special memories, but we're going to create new ones. So the first step for me was to actually cut out the inner lining, use that as my bubble skirt's inner lining, and face fabric, I will be using it as well as face fabric for the bubble skirt. So the first step for me was to actually cut out the inner lining. Second step is of course to create a pattern. I'm using my basic pattern for skirt. You can actually get it on my website FashionCells.com. It's listed in my description box below. This is a great tool to help you to create pattern if you're new to the pattern making. I love my patterns. I do everything with them. Here I'm creating bubble skirt, has quite low waist, so I'm taking -4 centimeters from the waist and just deciding it that I wanted the skirt to be about 22 centimeters long. Also be aware that my patterns do not contain any sewing allowance, so don't forget to cut out 1 centimeter for that as well. And for a little tip, it's always good to place sides one besides the other so you can see the length of the skirt, both front and back. You can always adjust it. That's why it's good to always cut it a little bit too long so you can shorten it later. Here I decided to sew the incisions. And once you have the inner lining, you are moving on to the face fabric. Face fabric will be my beautiful wedding dress that I'm just going to cut about 40 centimeters because I will be folding 2 centimeters up and maybe 3 centimeters down, and I really wanted to have it fluffy. So this is what I end up with, and here I will be sewing just straight line with my sewing machine. You can do this by hand as well to make these little like scrunches, and it's by pulling the thread out and it just creates this kind of like little wrinkles on the top and on the edge. So you can do with the sewing machine and you can do it by hand. It's up to you what is the easiest. I like to do it on the sewing machine because I'm too lazy to do it by hand and it takes such a long time. And also be aware that use a little bit thicker thread, because if you use very thin thread you can break it and then you have to do the step all over again. Or just be very careful when you are pulling. And after quite some time you will be ending up with this. Then you're going back to the inner lining that you sewed, and because I didn't want to add any zipper, that's why the skirt is quite low. I didn't want to make it more complicated, I just wanted to make it very easy because this is a very easy design. So make it low and make it short and you will definitely come inside of the skirt. But of course here I'm just connecting the inner lining together with face fabric and sewing it all around, and those are actually all of the steps. This is the finishing fabric. My skirt became super voluminous because I used the correct fabric. If you're using fabric that is very thin or light, you will not have the same effect. So it really depends everything on the fabric. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful and useful, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I really hope you to see my next video. So see you soon again. Hej då!